My name is Rhapsody, or Ryan if you're nasty, and welcome to Slay the Spire here in 2019. Yeah, couple housekeeping things that we obviously have to get off of the top here. The first of which being, I'm back. Hell yeah. Well refreshed, had a nice holiday with my loved ones. It's been a good time. That said, if I ever disappear for any point of time, feel free to check either Twitter or Discord, where I post all schedule updates rather than commenting on every single video and asking where I am, because, you know, that's kind of stressful when I'm trying to take a little bit of a vacay, you know? Just saying. So all of that information is always publicly available on the announcements channel in my Discord, and is always posted to Twitter as well. And I relatively rarely post on Twitter when I take some time off, because I pretty much just take the entire time to go and see people. Speaking of, no, never mind, that's a bad segue. But I've moved, which is probably going to result in a little bit worse or a little bit more echoey audio quality at the moment, because this room is kind of bereft of everything except for my PC and clothes. I'll very soon have all of my sound baffling foam up and all those kinds of things, but for the moment, please bear with me. Is there anything else? No. Yeah, the vacation was only going to be initially holiday was only initially going to be 1 week off, but then I decided I might as well just move as well, and then I moved. Kind of just like that. I was just like, yeah, I should move, and then I did. Oh, loving it. All right, so Silent Ascension 15, it is the Heartbreaker Chronicles. By the way, lovely to see all of you. I am extremely pleased to be back. I go just a little insane in the head cage while I'm not recording, because the performing, the kind of talking, that kind of thing, I don't really talk much in my real day-to-day life. Not much, often at least. So this is kind of one of the only avenues I have to talk like a lot. I'm kind of just too shy in person to really do it. But yeah, because of that, I kind of feel like I've been isolated for a while, despite the fact that I've been just surrounded by good friends, good food, and good times. All right, so obtain a random rare card, +6 max HP, take 15 for the random rare. Take 15 for the random rare is usually the one that I'd like to go for, but we are playing the Silent, and I have a worse track record with the Silent. That said, we can go for a rest before the first elite, then a rest after, and then decide to dodge all elites from there on out, or take them on, dependent. Yes, beautiful. Every time you play 10 attacks, gain an energy. So the reason that's going to be particularly good for us on the Silent is the Silent has the ability to pick up a lot of zero-cost cards in their deck. Specifically, I'm talking about the Shivs, but I guess also Neutralize, Backstab, Slice, all of those count. But because of that, you have the ability to generate energy out of nowhere, and it's not like the Shiv build is completely garbage. Yes, it does take a lot to get going, and yes, it is Ascension 15, and yes, that does mean that I'm probably wrong. But find us a kunai, find us a... Did I just not play the... You're gonna have to forgive me, I'm gonna be a wee bit rusty. Good lord, that's 8 damage I definitely didn't need to take there. Yes, the rust begins. I actually did try and do a couple of derusting runs before we started here, but I'm afraid to say that both of them were successful. They were successful in getting past the final boss, not in getting past the heart, so still okay. I'll pick nothing here. I would take the Bane if I had a poison source. Excellent, excellent. What was I saying before I interrupted myself by being bad at the game? Oh yeah, get us a kunai, get us a... not the kunai, the other one. Shuriken. Get us an ornamental fan. We're going somewhere, baby. You got a stew going. Whoo! There's the cloak and dagger. So the problem here is if I take Cloak and Dagger rather than Deadly Poison, I have a much worse time against the Lagavulin. If I take the deadly poison rather than poison stab, I have a much worse time against the gremlin knob. If I take the poison stab rather than the cloak and dagger, I have a much worse time against the sentinels. So it kind of feels like I'm a little bit screwed if I do, screw if I don't. I think what I'm going to do is just dodge elites on this first floor. I'll remove a defend there because the card that I just picked up, that is to say the cloak and dagger, provides 6 defense. So it's kind of like a defend plus some. Okay, I want to play an extra card here to get closer to my next charge of Nunchaku. Yeah, footwork, definitely. Footwork, especially when I've got cloak and dagger in my deck and I'm already incentivized to pick up more cloaks and daggers. Hell yeah. It's entirely possible they only attack one more time, so I'm not going to use the footwork here. Yeah. One more time, inclusive of the attack they were just doing, by the way. I needed 3 strikes. How much am I okay with the enemy taking away 30 gold here? Not particularly okay with it, actually. Cool. Piercing Whale, Calculated Gamble, Reflex. Can't take really any of those, no matter what elites I think are coming up. So I want to go for the upgrade on Cloak and Dagger, the upgrade on Neutralize, and the upgrade on Footworks before I really fight anything. Oh, gosh. Really? Yike-a-roonies right at this one. Wowzers. This could have been real bad. Thankfully, instead of being real bad, it's I'm going to save that poison potion for the possibility of a... crumbs. Least damage I can take this turn. I could have killed the fat gremlin there, but I would have taken 5 full damage. Which, you know, is more than I wanted to take. I'm saving the poison potion for the possibility of a gremlin knob that I might encounter later. Alrighty, we've got this. Yeah, this could have been a lot worse. Put 2 mad gremlins on the field, put a couple more fat gremlins on the field. You know, it just gets wild. Blade Dance obviously fits with the build so far. Take a Swift Potion over an Ancient Potion because the Ancient Potion doesn't come into effect for a while now. Strawberry versus Sapphire Key. I do like getting a little bit of max HP on the Silent. But we are going for a defensive build, so that ultimately shouldn't matter too much. Obviously, it still can, but ultimately, we're hoping that it doesn't matter. Okay. If the 8 damage that I took at the very start here turns this into a dead run from a run that might have otherwise succeeded, I am going to be so mad. I am actually at the point where I might take a copy of... I'm gonna hit you through. I'm actually at the point where I might take a copy of Accuracy, a card that I extremely never take. Forgot that was a strike rather than a shiv. You are just gonna have to beware. I haven't done this in a wee bit. It's been a wink since I've last done it, so... Yes, there's going to be some derusting to go on. I kind of want to take the backlip just off the back of the fact that it's quite strong. And we already have upgraded footworks. Well, obviously, I don't want to die. I'll go for the heal, right? Yeah. And then not heal anymore before we get to the final boss on this floor. I'll transform and defend here. Envenom, perfect! Oh, yes. Because we need some constant damage source so that we actually have the ability to take out the Hexaghost. And then Envenom showed up out of the blue, just when I needed you. Why does Envenom suddenly appear every time that you're near? Just like me, it longs to kill the Hexaghost. It doesn't work, but you really gotta finish it if you set yourself up for it. I'd rather get stars than a non-complete. All right. Escape plan for free. Obviously have to upgrade the Envenom. I need to be able to play it in every battle, seeing as the fact that it seems to be our damage engine right now. There's the Envenom. Great. Setting that up this early is actually going to give us the possibility of getting through the Hexaghost without being extremely sad. Good, good, good. Get those shivs. Hell yes. Obviously, the card I'm looking for after the boss fight here is very much After Image. We'll see whether or not the game wants to treat us to it. No? Okay, fair enough. One of the reasons to put Escape Plan in this deck is because a lot of the shiv generating cards tend to be skills. So it's oftentimes just free block. Okay, so we're not going to get the perfect here. By 1 HP, we're not going to get the perfect. Lame. Alright, that 8 health didn't make a difference, thankfully. Whew. Corpse Explosion versus Adrenaline versus Nightmare. Corpse Explosion provides AoE to a deck that doesn't yet have literally any. That is obviously going to be a very strong consideration here, and because of that, it's going to be taken. I actually can't compete against that consideration. We'll take the Cursed Key for the extra energy. So why do we want extra energy in this deck? Do we want extra energy in this deck? I believe we do. Escape Plan replaces itself. It almost always will replace itself with a card that has a cost, so don't consider it as a zero cost card in the deck. Well, it is a quote-unquote zero cost card, right? It has 0 energy cost, but as well as 0 card cost because it draws a card. So outside of things where you get punished for playing skills or punished for playing cards, it's just broadly a benefit. Whereas Neutralize doesn't replace itself, you see. Okay. Do I need the extra energy? I believe so, especially because we have a 2-cost card in the Corpse Explosion. We have 2 cards that we have to set up before we play the rest of the hand, and we already have a draw card. And I'm very likely to pick up more copies of Backflip, more copies of Cloak and Dagger, more copies of Blade Dance. Dash. I would pick up Dash, definitely. It's a 2-cost. How many other 2-costs would I pick up? 1,000 cuts. After Image is 1. Yeah. Taking the Cursed Key. Okay. And what do we have here? I'm thinking that we go for elites this floor, right? Hang on, let's think about the elites and how we would possibly combat them. Neutralize would need to be upgraded if we're even going to have a chance at the Book of Stabbing. Thanks to Corpse Explosion, we actually probably have a reasonable chance at both of the other fights. Okay. We just need more capability to take on single targets so that we can be kind of more satisfied with... Do I actually want to attack here? Because I could get the extra energy next turn instead. No, I want the extra damage. Right, got to draw 2 of those days. Let's burn them. Excellent. I did not track the Nunchaku. I was certain that it was very far away at that point. Oh, well. Skill potion, another cloak and dagger. We definitely take it. Choose one of 20 cards. One of 20 cards. Healing 13 actually does give us the full effect right now. But one of 20 cards. Let's think about it. They're all unupgraded. So what would I definitely take? I would definitely take backflip. I would definitely take cloak and dagger. I would probably take accuracy. I would definitely take after image. I would probably even take another envenom. Okay. Catalyst, deadly poison. There's a blade dance. Out of all of the things I asked for, we got a blade dance. And I didn't even ask for the blade dance. Dodge and roll is a little bit of an option here. I don't know why it gives you 2 copies of the same card. Like, it doesn't, it's never, you can't choose 2. But dodge and roll with footwork in particular is 7 block this turn, 7 block next turn, which is actually kind of significant. The endless agonies kind of have a place in the deck as well. Just being 2 charges towards the Nunchaku. As well as a little bit of extra damage occasionally in Venom triggers. So I'm worried about taking another Blade Dance just as pure damage while it does so little damage. At least for its cost. I was certain we were going to get a backflip as like the absolute worst draw we could have gotten. I'm going to take an acrobatics just to try and mitigate some of our worst draws. Yay! Couldn't even hit ya. Still needed a defense though. And again. This is kind of what I'm worried about, not being able to actually deal any damage at all. Come on, give me damage. I guess. That'll have to do. Right, wee bit more poison on you. I'll just double block and Corpse Explosion here. It actually seems like it'll be more effective than any other turn I could cobble together. Alright, we got this. Feeling less comfortable about any possible upcoming Book of Stabbing fight right now. A quick slash pre-upgraded just for 12 damage, draw a card. It's a little more incentivized because we already have a little bit more extra energy in the deck. I'll take it. Just for the straight up damage, basically. Remove a strike. So effectively, I just heavy upgraded a strike. Yeah, as much as I want to go for the extra strike and the extra poison there. Got to set up that footworks. Got to try and mitigate the absolute worst case scenarios of this enemy just dunking on me. Okay. I mean, yeah, that'll get it done. For this turn, at least. Alright, getting pretty close on the Snecko now. Come on. I don't have a kill here. Right? Because enemies on 20, let's just deduct the 8 poison from them. 20, and I can deal 7 plus 5 plus 5, 17. No. Alright, so we're just looking for as much defense as we can cobble together this turn then. Got him. Should have attacked one more time. Would have had the Nunchaku up next. Another quick slash? I mean... Dagger Spray would be a little bit of a consideration for the AoE. It's also a double hit for Envenom's sake. Okay. As much as I do just want to pop off a giant malaise here, it would still take all of my turn. It doesn't cost 0. Right. It's exactly what I was looking for. I went for the draw because I wanted neutralize. And we got it. Beautiful. We should have actually tried to angle to not kill the Gremlin Wizard that turn. That would have been the clever play, yeah. Because then we could have set it up to Corpse Explode on the Gremlins that were being summoned there. Whereas instead now I have to suffer this. Still got to settle for the best I can do that turn. Don't have to look at an ideal that wasn't necessarily achievable. Yeah, that attack in the backline is really harsh now. Yikes. I don't want to backflip here. The possibility exists that I draw the Corpse Explosion. I'm using Corpse Explosion next turn for lethal. Cool. Alright, we definitely have to rest in the next space. We don't have a choice. So we picked up the Pen Nib there, as well as pre-upgraded dodge and roll. If this is Slavers, depends on our draw. We might win. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is exactly what I was looking for. The Corpse Explosion early. Okay. Basically, the full rest of my deck is defensive, but it looks like I'm not going to draw that in time. Alright. So I can get 6, 6, 8, 6, 6, 8, 20. I can get 20 block, I'll die. Yeah, I'm dead. Do I have any way to lethal? Not with weakness on us. There's literally no way. We don't have the vulnerability applied. Yeah, no, we're dead. Alright. The goal was effectively live through this turn and then try and nuke down the Slaver. So the best that I could have gotten in terms of my draw off the pot there would have been the footwork plus an escape plan into a skill and then playing 2 other things there. Would footwork have ever been better than just playing another skill in its place? Yes. Yes, if I also got the escape plan and the escape plan through a skill. Oh well. You can see why I wanted to take risks and go for some elites. We have absolutely no relics. And in particular, I was talking earlier in the game, Shuriken Kunai. If we don't have either of those, and we're playing a Silent Shiv build, by the time we get to Ascension 15's boss, we're dead. We die. We lose. We are deceased. Random common relic? Probably. Extra energy on turn 1. I actually particularly like that as this character. Okay, there's 2 midline upgrades. 2 midline upgrades. I can get the Emerald boss. Okay. 6 in one, half a dozen the other. So I particularly like the Lantern on the Silent because the Silent also, by base, has the ability to draw an extra 2 cards at the start of each combat. So that extra energy helps you to capitalize upon those. I hate when that happens. You get so many defensive cards when the Jaw Worm is doing nothing but defending. Yep, I intended to play those 3 defenses there. Instead of play 1, use it to discard another. The Rust. I kind of want to take a Riddle with Holes as straight up damage, but against a Poison Stab, a lot of people have been telling me that I am undervaluing Poison Stab. My response to that would be, I don't think so. But look, I'm having trouble with this character. I might as well give it a little bit of a go. Obviously, I should have struck on the front line first. That's one of those my bads. Okay. Kind of just want to take a quick slash because I've got the elites coming up soon. Upgrade neutralize. Typical trap. Noxious Fumes. Noxious Fumes, Deadly Poison. All right, well, we now have a deck identity. It's completely different to the one that I was just starting to draft at the start. It has been... I've been running for this character for a while now. I didn't know that was going to be a shop. Kind of sad about that. But I've been running the Silent through the routine for a while. And the thing that has always struck me is that I've never managed to get an early Noxious Fumes, which is what I desperately relied on as I was doing the initial Ascension grind with this character. Because I believe fundamentally that Noxious Fumes is broken. It is a great win condition. Not broken, like, actually broken. Broken more colloquially broken. Incense Burner. Damn. I'm gonna take a Piercing Whale so that I can stall for a little bit longer now. Tiny Chest. Upon pickup, gain 30 gold. You're 10% more likely to find treasure in question mark rooms. Incense Burner being every 6 turns. Gain 1 intangible. Bet you didn't plan, so I command you to. The idea is that you just defend. You just play the Noxious Fumes and then you defend. Radical, right? It's absolutely wild. Great. Gotta remember, I do have that explosive potion just in case. Also gotta remember, I will be taking 15 damage this turn because of the vulnerability on application from the Fungi Beast. If I get out of this only having taken 4 damage, I consider that if I get out of this only having taken 6 damage, I consider that a giant victory. What's our boss this floor? Slime boss. Okay. So the worst boss to be running this build against, but alright. Take a dodge and roll. I'm gonna want defensive cards to bolster this build. Because the whole idea is just, you know, lay out the Noxious Fumes and then defend. So obviously the cards we're looking for include Footwork. Full stop. If we're clever about it, we can try and set up the Incense Burner to be active on the 3rd turn of the combat in the boss fight. That's going to be hard to set up, but we'll try. Unfortunately, I really wanted Noxious Fumes played that turn. Oh my god, you suck, game. Ugh. Worst. Bad draws. Horrible draws. Terrible draws. Alright. Alright, good. Got this. Goodbye, Lagavulin. Hello. Potion Belt and pumping up gain 2 potion slots. Really great. I'll take a dash as a defensive card. Yes, I know I know it attacks. I'm using it for its defensive factor. Okay, unfortunately, I can't decide when this match ends, so I can't get the Incense Burner to line up correctly. Right, like, are you going to attack one more time? You're not. Okay, that's unfortunate for me. Yeah, the match ends at the end of this turn anyway, so... Oh, well. Like a hard none. Could be Flechette, but... What's our balance? So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a little... 10? 10 in 21 where 2 cards exhaust. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. I'll rest here because I'm pretty certain we're dead if we don't. And we're impervious next turn! Yay! What? No? Not yay? Oh no. Okay, so you're splitting at 75, so 12 takes you down to 87, 87 takes you down to 79. Okay, this gives us the best opportunity of a good split next turn, probably also popping in the fire potion for a wee bit more. I can do the explosive potion later if I deem it necessary. Should have played the dodge and roll there, obviously. That's my bad. That's my bad. Acid Slime's dead. Because they get poisoned at the start of this turn. Nice. Alright, we got this. Whew. So I'm still incentivized to try and hunt some elites, primarily because of the oddly smooth stone and the Snecko skull. Probably the 2 most important relics for the build that we're kind of currently trying to run. Adrenaline. The faster we set up our stuff, the better off we are. We're also going to need the Philosopher's Stone. Yes, all enemies gain 1 strength. Yes, that is going to screw us over against the birds. Yes, that is going to be pretty bad against the heart. Pretty bad. Okay, not pretty bad, but it will be 15 more damage. 15, 12 more damage on the turns where they do the 12 hit. Yes. But being able to play 1 more defensive card is a lot of HP. Is a lot of HP, my friends. Okay. This gets me an early shot. Which is pretty much all I've ever wanted. Okay. Come on. If we could just get Noxious Fumes to not always be at the bottom of my deck, it seems like it's in a lead-line potion at the moment. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with taking that damage, so I'm actually going to be using the explosive potion here. No need to take any of those. Very much not cards for this deck. No, this deck doesn't really kill on its own choice. Oh, hell yes! Offer the Golden Idol in order to obtain the special relic. the Bloody Idol. Whenever you gain gold, heal 5 HP. It's very good. Playing 2 strikes there does nothing. I wouldn't have even gotten through the armor. Yeah, this is effectively just going to be wait until I get all of my poisons, then throw those. I'll accept 1 damage there in order to remove another charge of plated armor. Dope. We got this. And score 1 for the good guys. Catalyst, extremely catalyst, extremely catalyst. No Snecko Skull, but that's a footwork, and that is a leg sweep. Those 2 are incredibly important. Medical Kit, unplayable status cards can now be played whenever you play a status card. Exhaust it. That is going to allow us to get a lot of the worst offenders in the final fight out of our deck. The worst offenders being the burns primarily. Okay, so we're invulnerable next turn. Just wondering if we use the Dex Potion this combat. I think we do. Invulnerable, intangible. I do mean intangible. Yep, not exactly what I was hoping for there. Bunch of defensive cards on that turn. The wounds and the burns in particular for the medical kit, by the way. I could have used the block potion there. Yeah, it would have been a powerful enough effect. I probably should have used it though. Okay. Getting a bottled tornado so that we can always get the Noxious Fumes on top of the deck, or another copy of Noxious Fumes. Oh, I forgot. Right. No, I can be burning those. That's my bad. Obviously, whose else bad would it be? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Goodbye, Taskmasters. Hello, card I don't want. Oh, not card I don't want. Relic I don't want, but the cards I do want. Catalyst versus Noxious. Catalyst versus Footwork. Who's our boss this floor? Okay, the Automaton actually makes it a little closer to Footwork rather than Catalyst. So Footwork is really, really good in all fights. Catalyst is really, really good in fights that that go quite long, so that you have the ability to benefit from it, obviously. The big problem here is, can I get past a boss? Because floor fights for us take ages as well. Boss fights for us are better because obviously we just wait until we use the Catalyst. So Well-Laid Plans is also another card that I desperately want in this deck. I think it's Footwork. I know that I'm being offered another Catalyst. That Catalyst will allow me to scale better against the Heart, though. Should that be a primary consideration of mine? That should be a primary consideration of mine. We have 2 dodge and rolls in the deck already. Like, Footworks, though. Oh, this is really hard. Does the deck need more defense or offense? In that fight, but that was an elite fight, we needed a little bit more defense and a little bit more offense. Either of them would have done the trick, right? Let's think about the Automaton in particular. I'd be better off against the Automaton with the Footwork. because I have to spend so long trying to put poison on the automaton because of the artifacting before I can actually start to multiply it. Do I think the automaton is going to be the stopping point for this run? With 2 footwork? No. With 1 footwork and 1 catalyst? Possibly. Second catalyst makes pretty much any 3rd floor boss just a joke. I should probably avoid elites now. One strike for the front line. Awesome. Kind of do have to get out that Noxious Fumes just because the enemy has lost a lot of the poison that I'd initially applied to them. Beautiful. And I actually will even throw out the leg sweep there, just for the extra 2 turns of weakness, because they can suddenly pop in a large hit. No. Okay, I actually had the defense against it with the Incense Burner. Should keep an eye on that. Obviously, I'm going to need to upgrade both of these catalysts. Get them to triple. Do I take a Bouncing Flask? Like a Bouncing... So, the Bouncing Flask will help the catalyst be more instantaneous in effect against single target enemies. Whereas Noxious Fumes Catalyst is more of a long-term play, right? Because you need the Noxious Fumes to build it up over a while. That's why the Deadly Poison and the Poison Stab are, you know, nice little help handers there, because they will actually multiply the Catalyst significantly. But Bouncing Flask is also a lot of artifact removal. That's something that actually does need to be considered. You can no longer become frail. Hell yes! That's really good. That's a really, really, really good upgrade for our defense. Do I go for another elite? Against which elites do I lose? I don't think I lose against Annie this floor. Noxious Fumes in the first hand. Oh, that's a not lose against Annie situation right there. Obviously should have reversed those. Forced myself to take 1 more damage than I otherwise needed to. Really? Yeah, I had to bounce 3 times on that target. I'm going to actually just Catalyst here for the 3 damage because we've still got another Catalyst in the deck. And we are going to have trouble playing them all. Here it comes! Oh, 1 damage. Wow, I'm terrified. See me shaking in my little booties? Goodbye, Gremlin Leader. So we lost what? 5 HP over the course of that combat, and with this gold, we immediately get that 5 back. Another Catalyst. Should that have been Deflect? Remove all strikes, obtain 5 bites. Losing 30% of my max HP here isn't too bad for our current HP situation. The problem is, do I ever play the bites later? Do I want to play the bites? No, not really. I still just want to defend, primarily. But the thing is, this gives me the ability to heal while I've defended. So what is this jeopardizing for me? Well, it's jeopardizing the ability to defend against singular large hits, which are the kinds of things that take you out in the late game. I don't think I can do it. Going for the extra elite because YOLO. Oh, cool. That's like a straight up murder. I could let him live for 1 turn. Nah. Too much damage to let him live for 1 turn now. Alright, we got this. Sure, we're taking a of damage in this fight, but we'll be okay. What, you don't use the as a unit of damage? Ugh, live it in 2000 late. Join me in 3008. Definitely no more catalysts at this point, by the way. We're far too likely to draw them before we have any significant amount of poison on the enemy. Tori, as well as... Oh, well-laid plans. Corpse Explosion gives us AoE, and it pretty much invalidates the Donu Deca fight. Well-laid plans gives us the ability to hold a catalyst. The problem is, like, do we need to hold a catalyst? We have 3. I don't think we do. Not at this point. There's the well-laid plans that I just passed up. Thank you. Deadly poison that it costs exactly what I have remaining in money. Seems like a sign to me. I'm not really one for signs. Wasn't a great show. Show? No, song. It's the Timberlake one, right? Timberlake and Snoop Dogg. Actually, that's a complete lie. In that I am actually a huge fan of that song. Get me that catalyst. I'll pay anything for it. There we go. Popped him. Burst suddenly became an excellent card in this deck, where it otherwise might not be. Do I take Caltrops? So usually I would take Caltrops because I'm going to the Heart. Heart does a multiple time attack, a ridiculous multiple time attack. I may as well take a Caltrop. Do I do it here? Because it is just another card in between me and popping off all of my catalysts. I don't think I take it for that reason. I think I do rest here, though. As much as I want to upgrade the catalysts, I think I have to rest. Get myself back to the full HP, courtesy of the Regal Pillow. Amazing. Incredible. Lovely. Beautiful. Got to remove the artifacting on turn 1 there. That's real good for us. I did want to start making my way downtown, walking fast faces past on this orb here, because I was worried that it was going to take Corpse Explosion. Which it didn't, so we're all good. The other one's about to take the Corpse Explosion, though. There it goes. I'm going to have to make sure that the Bronze Automaton doesn't actually get to its giant hit turn. Otherwise, I am going to be the sad man. Should have played the Deadly Poison before I did that draw because I didn't know I was at the bottom of my deck. I'm more than happy to point out when I make mistakes. Part and parcel of how I learn. That's a giant hit right there. Should have dropped the catalyst that turn. Because it feels like I definitely should have, and I just screwed that up. All works out in the end, but still. Show me Tony Decker. Malaise? Sure. Probably transform and upgrade 3 cards and just drop 3 strikes from the deck. We got Grand Finale, awful. We got Endless Agony, bad for this deck. And we got Envenom. We don't have enough attacks to really activate that. We may have just downgraded 3 strikes. Exciting. No. No. Oh. I was doing it as like a... Oh, okay. No, actually, no. Fair enough. I mean, it's okay. Yes, I should have played Envenom first there. I could not foresee a turn that involved Envenom there because I have that much disrespect for Envenom in this build. I literally just tried to run an Envenom build, all right? No accusations of Envenom bias here. Order that differently and have lethal. Then I would have had the Incense Burner at the start of the next round. That's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it's okay. Pre-upgraded Deadly Poison. Yup. Card removal. Yeah, we gotta get that. We gotta get that. We have a Grand Finale. Yes. And we have a Well-Laid Plans. Yes. The chance that we ever draw to the right part of our deck, considering we have literally no draw cards that are repeatable, Adrenaline is not repeatable, is extremely low. I would rather remove Grand Finale than just keep it in hope. Because, like, at all other times, it is like drawing a curse. And to retain it, rather than to retain a different card that might be more effective, is to retain a curse. Unless, of course, you know that you've definitely got it on that draw. Upgrade all cards you normally heal is obviously awful. It has to be. I can't take 2 normality either. We meet again. Hello, Mr. Slimeman. Big damage. I suspect it's quite likely that you can hear the plane flying overhead. I do apologize if that's the case. If you can't, and I've now brought attention to it by mentioning it, damn it. Alright, we got this. Enemies extremely deceased. Alright, what's my rare relic? Unfortunately, the Snecko Skull is a common relic. Common? Uncommon. Duvu Doll. For each curse in your deck, start each combat with 1 additional strength. We have exactly uno. My gosh. I was about to play Envenom, but I don't think I do, right? Bouncing Flask, Catalyst, Dash, Neutralize, definitely. Damn those burns. I'll retain the Deadly Poison here rather than the Bouncing Flask. Seemed like it somehow might be more applicable. Since the poison doesn't apply at the end of that turn, it doesn't matter to double catalyst there. It only would have done 1 damage either way. Nice. Preserved insect. Enemies in leap combats have 25% less HP. Not bad. No. I don't want any of those. They're just more cards between me and my win condition. Speaking of my win condition, we need to start upgrading these catalysts. Otherwise... I assume that makes it clear how deadly serious I am. Fake crying into a microphone on my own in my room. Okay, so ideally, I'm looking for Corpse Explosion next turn. Didn't get it. So now I just have to defend as much as I possibly can, and then... heal back up a little bit. Pen Nib. Obviously can't take it. Need the Sapphire Key, otherwise I don't have the ability to go for the heart. My gosh. Corpse Explosion's 6. So 6, 12. Multiplication doesn't matter, right? Order of multiplication doesn't matter. So it's 6, 12, 24. A lot after that. 6, 12, 24, then 72. 72. Yeah, I think I actually just accept the 14 damage here. The reason I'm well, not all 14, but still. The reason I'm kind of just accepting it here is because this fight can get a lot worse than this. Because of the summoning, it can get real bad. Art of War. If you don't play an attack in your turn, gain additional energy next turn. Great for us. We oftentimes play no attacks in our turn. That's also going to be quite good here against the Writhing Mass. I'll only take 1 damage this turn. Thank you, Tori. That's a lot. Okay, so you've got 27, so 9 is 36, so we've got 72, and then 72 by 3. Seems like it'll be lethal, right? Just a hunch. Ancient Potion, hello. Do I need another deadly poison? No, I do not. Okay, if I decide not to use the Endless Agony here, I have an extra energy next turn. Yeah, Endless Agony doesn't even really figure into my kill strat at this point. Like, it's just, can I get to my next ridiculous poison effect? Well, I guess I am going to weaken here anyway. That is to say, my next catalyst. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Okay, Time Eater. As long as I make sure that I don't want any of those. As long as I make sure that I don't screw up against the Time Eater, I think I'm fine. Could any boss take me down? Yeah, a bad fight against the summoner, what's her name? The Reptomancer, but the thing is we just fought the Reptomancer down here, so this can't be the Reptomancer, so we're fine. We can take another elite fight. Again, not using neutralize here just so that I can hold on to my energy, or rather get an extra energy. Should hold to defend though. Obviously holding the bouncing flask. That's 3 more poison there, so more than happy to throw that in. Still got 2 catalysts in the deck, we're fine. Final catalyst in this draw. We've got it. And then we heal up a fair bit at the end of this combat as well. Awesome. Shuriken. Every time we play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1. And don't care, don't care, don't care. Okay, now here I have to recall. Alright. Do I want to use both of my strength potions in this combat? Because they're not going to be important against the heart. They can't be. Otherwise, we lose. Yes. We may have gone too quick there. Which will make the second part of this a bit of a horror. It's okay, though. Okay, so I'm looking the catalyst this turn. Didn't get it. Okay, pretty sure I now can't kill before the time meter reforms. Yeah, definitely not without getting my final catalyst, so I literally didn't have a shot at it there. Unless I opted not to use any of my catalysts. Still have to play all of those that turn. Deadly Poison, Catalyst, get you set up. Dodge and Roll's a good pick. I'm going to Ancient Potion here to prevent the card draw reduction that's going to come in this turn. Yep. Good Piercing Wail to have kept. Hold on to the Survivor. Just looking for whatever defense that we can hold. This turn, I'm basically just looking for poison. That'll do. Keep the leg sweep for the next. That's it. All right. We're on to the heart. Well, okay, so we do have a little bit of a hurdle before we get to the heart. Which could be a wee bit of a problem for us. That's the Spire. The shield and the other one. I gotta make sure that I focus on the shield rather than the spear first. I've been making a mistake, I feel, quite consistently there. As much as I want to rest here, I feel like if we don't upgrade another catalyst, we just don't have a chance against the heart. That's unfortunate. These aren't great. It's probably card removal and an Ancient Potion here. I'll also take a Weak Potion. Yeah, just not really a good setup. Oh. Oh, cool. Corpse Explosion's up. Nice. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. No defensive cards in my opening hand. It's going to make this a wee bit awful. So we took 2 more damage versus 5 more damage, depending on who we're facing. So this is fine. Depending on who we're defacing. Well, at least we get to heal a little bit as we exit this fight. Excellent. Popped him. Fossilized helix prevent the first time that you would lose HP each combat. If we can save that, I think that bouncy blast could be worth it. If we can save that for a while here against the Corrupted Heart, we'll be in a good position. It has to be Corpse Explosion, Catalyst, well-laid plans. I can't play anything else this turn. I do play the Weaken Potion before the enemy gets defensive, and then I'll also play my 2 artifacts there as well. I can't play anything else this turn, otherwise I will lose my buffer. Obviously, retain a Catalyst. Hopefully they go for the big hit first, rather than the multi-hit. They do go for the big hit. Okay, we can completely invalidate that. So there go all of our catalysts. It's now just live. That's 20 incoming damage. Yeah, this probably isn't happening. Sorry, it's 30. Oh no, it's not! Tori! Oh my god. Tori, you absolute son of a gun! Still probably dead this turn though. Oh, right. No, I actually did know the Incense Burner was coming up, so I'm not going to celebrate that one. I've also got Piercing Wail for the next stand, by the way. Okay. Is this the game welcoming me back? Because, God, it looks like it. God, it looks like it. And that right there, my lovely friends, is the Heartbreaker 15, or rather the Ascension 15 Heartbreaker Chronicle ending for the Silent, obviously, who is now going to move on to Ascension 20 Heartbreaker. Good Lord, will that ever take us forever? But hell yes on getting a victory on our first time back. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below with all of my content of the game, past, present, and future. If you do like the videos, please click like. It does help me get my content out to new people, and hopefully we'll see you next time.